So I just wanted to come and make this short video because I'm thinking about starting a series of just conversations about dating in your 50s, being a mature woman and dating in your 50s and as well into your 60s. So dating in your 50s and 60s. Um, so I just wanted to share some things. I recently put a post um, on my Facebook page, and I just posed a question on the page. On the page, I had asked my Facebook friends, would you date um, someone younger than you? Someone that's younger than you, but also it was like a twofold question. So, would you date someone who was younger than you, but would you date someone who was as young as one of your grown children? For example, I have a grown son who's in his 30s. And so would I date someone who was in my 30s? But when I posed this question, I put this question up as if I was asking for a friend. And so when I put this question up, I got quite a bit of responses from men, which I thought was very insightful. The majority of the time when you post anything, any type of questions that are relationship challenges and issues or topics, normally the women normally respond. But I was pleasantly surprised to have some responses from men. One of the men said that he had dated younger. And that he was pleasantly surprised, and it was a good experience, and that the person he dated had an old soul. I believe he was his quote. There was another guy who responded by saying he was biased, and that he would do that. So I'm assuming he was a guy in his 30s. And then there was another male, and he seemed to be a little bit older gentleman. He took it in a different route. He basically commented that it was immature or immaturity in that thinking. If that's your thinking or your line of thinking, he felt that would be immature in your thinking. Far as, okay, so if you're going to date somebody that's your grown child's age, then what's next? He said something about passing a note, like, will you go with me, or will you go out with me, or will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? Something to that. And so I found that the men answers were refreshing, pleasantly surprised. There was a comment or two that took the question in the wrong context. So there was a man on there who said that I should have just adopted. I might as well adopt a kid if I'm gonna date someone. Yeah. Now, I never said I was dating anyone in their 30s, mind you. I posed a question about what do you think about it, and as well as I was not asking for myself, I was asking for a friend. So I had to clarify that. No, I am not dating no one in my 30s, but I have been approached quite a bit by guys in their 30s, and I found this question to be curious. I was curious to this question of what is the attraction for a 30-something-year-old to want to date a 50, 60-year-old woman. Also, some think the way dating is set up now in 2024, some people think that if a younger man is asking out a mature woman, that it's materialistic, a financial gain, things of that nature. And so they're looking for a sugar mama, or some type of arrangement like that. So That also came into play, but I haven't been approached by these younger guys to even, they haven't asked me for anything. And I'm nobody's sugar mama for sure. Okay, but I find it comical because um, that I'm single, so I can date who I want to date. So I'm single. Let's start there. I'm single. I can date who I want to date. But when you reach a certain age in your life, you you know what you want, and you know what you don't want. And so I find that dating in 50s and 60s, that right away, um, there's flags and things that you won't tolerate. I'll give you an example. Um, I decided to go on this um, thing to where I would put myself out there more because, um, I think a pastor made a funny statement once when he said that you want to be married, you want a husband, and the Bible says, "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing." Some people take that out of context, but that's a whole nother story. And so, this pastor was saying that, how do you think he's going to find you? You think he's going to come and ring your doorbell? And so, his analogy was, and his take on it was, you if you want to be found, you have to put yourself in situations to be found at. And so if you're at home, they're saying that he's not going to just come ring your doorbell. And so I thought about that, and I kind of pondered about that. And so I decided to put myself out there on a couple of dating apps just to see how that would go. And I'll tell you, just a short time of being on some dating apps, it's really, really eye-opening. As well as I joined a couple of Facebook groups for mature single people. So it's supposed to be. So let's talk about the Facebook group and the single Facebook group for mature people. I'm not going to go into deep depth about that. That might be a whole separate video. But I'll just say that there was a ton of people in this particular group. And the majority of the people, there were some people that weren't even single in the group, which I found to be fascinating, that you are married and in a singles dating group. So that's a whole nother story. But I liked from the couple of groups I joined on Facebook. What I do like about them is, first of all, there's people my age. There's a good majority of people. 50. The one group is 50 plus, and there's a good majority of people my own age. So that's one thing. So just to get the different to hear the different experiences and people's different takes on how it is to date when you're a mature person. So that's pretty interesting. And then, so I was going to tell you about this app, okay? But I think I'm going to put that in a separate video because I'm already at 8 minutes. And I was planning on this being a very short video. So stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to talk more about dating in your 50s and 60s. When you're a single and mature woman or man. Then hopefully some of my information that I share might help someone who's trying to date with purpose. I should also mention that I am a Christian. Faith is very important to me, and there is a certain way that I want to date as well. So there's a certain way that I want to date, and I've shared this with God. And no one else. And so it's interesting that this could be a whole nother video too, as well as like when you're Christian and you're trying to date with purpose in a certain way. How sometimes when you mention that up front that you're a Christian, how people kind of take that and it gets mixed reviews, let's just say. But we're gonna explore that. We're gonna definitely explore that. So hopefully these videos that I'm gonna put out, just me just chit chatting about dating and being single and being mature and in my 50s, and just enjoying life. And so hopefully these videos will help someone, inspire someone, encourage someone. All right. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Peace.